Hello, my friends and readers. It's been a minute. Again. I promise I am trying to get my life pulled back together, and for what it's worth, progress is happening. It's happening more slowly than I would like, and there have been a few more unexpected roadblocks, but it is happening. We're getting closer and closer on the republication of Dragon Ascending and the release of the second book in the Vanir Dragon series, which is going to be called Dragon Allegiant. I don't have actual release dates yet because some processes depend on people other than myself, and frankly, because myself is not as feisty or reliable as I would like her to be right now, but she is working on it. And of course, there are still some little bits of sticky business to work through related to shifting ownership of publication rights back to me and getting things changed over on the back end of distributors like Amazon so we don't lose all the reviews and so forth. But I do have a brand spanking new book cover for Dragon Ascending, and I will be able to reveal that much at least pretty soon, so keep an eye out on my socials. In the meantime, here's a sneaky little peek at a piece of it to tide you over and tickle your interest. The cover for Dragon Allegiant is partway done as well, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. And guess what else we have? We have maps. 2 of them. I know, right? Who doesn't like maps in a fantasy book? Maps. So, progress is happening. I promise it's happening. And I've acquired some new software that will make the process go more quickly and smoothly, especially for future books once I've worked out some new systems. The upgrades have been a little more expensive than I anticipated, and finances have been a bit tight around here with all the medical stuff that's been going on in the family, but we're going to pull this off. Speaking of which, I do now have a tip jar on my website, so if you would like to help support my efforts in that way, every little bit helps right now, but only if you can afford it, okay? And I really want to give a quick shout out to Karen S. She discovered my tip jar before I even publicized it and has contributed not just once but twice since it went live. Seriously, Karen, you showed up on a day when I was feeling really defeated. And I can't even tell you how much your willingness to put your encouragement and support into a tangible form meant to me in that moment. So thank you. Truly, sincerely, and deeply, thank you. On the more personal side of things, this summer has been yet another weird and wild ride. The stuff that's been happening with my family of origin since my father passed away in 2022 finally came to a head in late spring, and my family has always been very important to me, and frankly, I've really been struggling with this over the summer. My son just had surgery on his knee to repair an injury, and he seems to be recovering well. My daughter, with the recently diagnosed chronic rare illness, is having more symptoms that the doctors think are not related to that, so we're back on the medical circuit trying to figure this new thing out. We're hoping for answers sooner rather than later, but right now we're just waiting to see another specialist. Throw in a political assassination at a nearby university, and it's been quite the summer. So here we are, still swimming in the chaos soup. Maybe some of you are too. Virtual hugs to all of you. But here's the thing, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of feeling sad and abandoned and rejected and worried and overwhelmed. So I've decided to be happy again, despite it all. I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm determined to move in that direction. I'm starting by looking for things, little things in my life that bring me joy. Not the big, flashy, glorious, take your breath away joy, although I'm definitely open to that too, but just the small, everyday kind that makes the embers inside glow just a little bit brighter. I'm in the process of sorting through the ashes for things that feel deeply and authentically me. One I've found so far is making bread. I know it sounds kind of basic, maybe it is, but there's something about the scent of the yeast and the feel of the gluten developing in the dough while I knead it that feels really grounding to me. And there's nothing in the world that feels as centering and welcoming to me as a house full of people I love and the smell of homemade bread. What makes you feel grounded in yourself? Tell me in the comments and maybe I'll try some out. In the meantime, I'm going to get back to making new books happen. Talk again soon.